It's great to see, obviously, the grit that we're going through, the situation that we're obviously in. But as for us, we're showing gratitude to the game, showing how much we love and appreciate everything and every opportunity that we get, and going out there and playing our ass off.
Let's talk about the play where you hurt your shoulder and then the next play where you almost thought you had the touchdown.
I really scored. But, my shoulder is out of whack, bro. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm just out there battling and doing what I do. So, bro, it's not fun. It's not fun.
Yeah.
I love this game that much, and I'm literally willing to put my body out there on the line for my guys and show, not so much show how tough I am, but it shows, you know what I'm saying? And it's going to take, it's the ground that's beating me up, bro, and you can't avoid it.
Before the season, you were upset when people were questioning your love of the game and with the holdout.
Right.
Do you feel like you're answering those questions that maybe before that some fans had by playing through the pain the way that you are right now?
Yeah, I feel like now I've kind of went way past the narrative of the money situation. I do it for the money, of course, but it's way more than that. This is my way of life. This is what I've always wanted to do growing up. This is all I wanted to be growing up. So I'm right now living my dream. So for anyone that's thinking that I'm playing for money, it's kind of insane. It's kind of insane.
And you could see that sort of play, that sort of effort in the first half. And Ceedee Lamb finishes with 100 yards in the first two quarters, helping the Cowboys to a 26-24 win. When we come back, we tie a bow on this one and send you ahead to a rivalry matchup from the AT&T Stadium and right outside the Cowboys locker room. We've got Nate Newton. We've got Isaiah Stanback. We've also got Chauncey Golston joining us, who had a sack, one of the 4 for the Cowboys defense as they continue to slow down Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans, and then that entire run game. Chauncey, you've had a great season so far, flying under the radar a bit at times, but in moments like this, in prime time, you stepped up in a big way. How good does that feel after getting another big win?
Yeah, it feels great, especially after, we saw the results of the Commanders game. And, people could they're going to come out here and they're just going to lay an egg. And, they're not going to show that true competitive spirit. But as you showed, we fight from the beginning to the very last snap.
How big was the defensive line in a game like this? Because we talked all week about the guys up front for Tampa Bay and what they've done well. Was that a chip on y'all's shoulder to say, hey, in prime time we want to get the job done against a good offensive line that had been having some success?
Yeah, we've just been trying to sustain success that we've been building as a defense over the last month. Trying to stop the run. And then we knew that they were a big screen team. So, getting out the stack and being a factor on that too.
Chauncey, about 5 games ago, the defense started playing well. And you got inserted. You was a spot player. Now you're a starter. Now you're a guy that gets a whole lot of snaps. How long did it take you to get used to this defense?
To get used to the defense it took a minute because, when things get to going fast, you go back to what you know. And we played under DQ for 3 years. So – some of the old stuff, we go empty. Oh, we usually go this.
Yeah.
So you just got to shake that off. And I feel like now everyone's more into the flow, and it's becoming more second nature, the defensive checks and stuff.
Yes. Man, tell the people, give people a little bit of an insight as to how the chemistry between the defensive line, because you always hear about the one individual who makes the tackle, makes the tackle for loss, or makes a sack. How important is it for you guys to be cohesive, and how tight are you guys in that locker room?
Yeah, see, that's the most important part, because when it is time to get that sack, a lot of people see, Micah gets around the edge or he beats him up and under. But for the quarterback, when you see him try to take off and then he has to hesitate, it's because everybody else has been rush lane. They're maintaining the rush lane integrity so everybody else can do their job.
Yep. And that's huge, and that's something that this Cowboys team has done time in and time out throughout the years. But the pass rush is there again. And this is now 28 sacks since Week 10 alone. Without Sam Williams, without Marshawn Nealon for much of the season, without, of course, DeMarcus Lawrence as one of those guys up front, you guys have had the opportunity to step up and show what you have. Is this the deepest defensive line in football, the way that you've shown that depth down the stretch?
I know it's the most perseverant defensive line.
That's a good way to put it.
Because, no matter what the game was, we always came and we know that, hey, it's our opportunity because guys like me, Osa, Micah, we're in our last year. So if you're not playing here, you're going to be playing somewhere else. And why not go out there and put great film up?
And people get mad at Isaiah and Nate whenever they say that's the case at this point in the season.
Thank you.
And here's Chauncey Golston speaking it into existence himself, and he's showing it on the field. Chauncey, thanks for joining us. Appreciate you as always. More Cowboys game night going to come up right after this. I'm outside the Cowboys locker room following a 26-24 Cowboys win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Isaiah Stanback and Nate Newton. I'm Kyle Yeomans. Gentlemen, we got to talk about Ceedee Lamb, 100 yards in the first half. First Cowboys player ever to have back-to-back 100 yards in the first half. Now, he did not have a reception in the second half, but you could see laboring through that AC joint injury in the first two quarters, and he was able to work through it enough in order to make it happen. What did you think about Ceedee's performance tonight?
Yeah, Ceedee was doing exactly what he needed to do. I mean, he was gritting through the pain. He was persevering for these guys. He was being where he needed to be. And when the opportunities presented themselves, he took advantage. And he was 6 or 7 out of the balls that came his way. I think he would have had more opportunities if the ball was placed in a little bit different location. But overall, he just continued to take care of business.
He stayed in the game. He went out several times in the second half, but he came back because he kept the field balanced. When they go 4 receivers, you still had to pay attention to him, and that let the other guys come open and make plays.
When you look at – you got us? You got us back? Oh, you got us back. Here we go. There you go. Well, we lost our camera. You've got us, and you can hear us. That's always good along the way. But we can continue talking about Ceedee Lamb and what he brings to the table. Let's actually go and hear from Ceedee Lamb after the game, talking about that performance and maybe even the AC joint injury moving forward.
Yeah, man.
Dallas Cowboys.
The Cowboys get the win 26-24 over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Week 16 of the NFL season. They win it on Sunday Night Football in front of the home crowd at AT&T Stadium. They have 2 more games remaining, 1 more on the road next week against the Philadelphia Eagles, and then the final regular season matchup against the Washington Commanders. They will play them right back here in Arlington. Isaiah Stanback, Nate Newton, I'm Kyle Yeomans. Gentlemen, final thoughts as the Cowboys get the win. How do you build on this momentum going into Week 17?
Go get healthy, watch the film, get excited about taking out the Philadelphia Eagles.
Man said it all day long. He's going to be the Grinch that stole Christmas and New Year's Eve.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just keep playing, keep watching film, make sure you're healthy.
No, I'm glad you guys brought that up because happy holidays to all of those at home. Cowboys Nation, we love you. We appreciate all the support and watching, whether the Cowboys are in the playoff hunt or not, and that's exactly what we saw today. The fans showed out in a big way. Nicole Hutchison even mentioned it on the first word presented by Dr. Pepper, and the Cowboys showed out in response to that, winning this one 26-24 the final from AT&T Stadium. One word, how do you feel about this win? How do you get it done?
Yeah, it's progressive.
Progressive? That's
Gritty,
a good one.
mean, and nasty. I mean, just one word, gritty.
I love it.